I've been going as long as asking if I could get with her. I just play love by ear and hope she gets the picture. I'm shooting for her heart, got my finger on the trigger. She can be my broad, and I can be her nigga, but
Yo, what's poppin'? How do I sound? Do I sound good? That mine has like 54 usage. Alright, great. You sound like I need a nap? Well, it's late. I already had a nap. I just get myself up. Not get myself up, but you know, get myself talking again. So we're doing a live viability rankings. First time we're doing this. Every single time I do viability rankings, it'd be pre-recorded, and then you guys will watch after. But now we're doing it live, so you guys get to give your opinions and thoughts, and I can answer any questions that you have. Me being on the viability council, I can even answer them better than I would be able to answer any like council questions. So yeah, okay. We decided to make an S- rank. I want to start off by saying, first, I thought this was foolish. I thought that we should just make an S+ for Lando. I don't know why we were avoiding it. I felt like we might as well just make it like Groudon, but I mean, they brought up some good points that I really couldn't counter argue with, so I tried, but we ended up with S-. So I was like, all right, whatever. I mean, we kind of need something new, like we kind of do with this tier, so it's cool. A lot of people were kind of 50-50 on this S- rank, and I don't blame them. I can understand. It just causes, you know, a lot of, I guess, confusion, etc. But yeah, so Kartana from A+ to S-. I voted for this mon to be S. First of all, let me just say that right now. I voted for this to be S because it is S rank in my opinion, and not only because about how scary it is as an attacker and also as a sweeper, but also what kind of restrictions it puts on building. A lot of people don't think about the restrictions it puts on building. And, you know, they may just forget it because they're throwing like a Scarf Zone at every single one of their builds, or physically defensive Zapdos, you know, whatever measure that they can come up for it. And that doesn't always work, you know. Certain situations, you can easily get hacked. Or, you know, they can have Dark Z for Zapdos, etc. This mon's fantastic. Now, Heatran, I'm pretty sure I kept it A+. Before, like, there was a A-, S- being considered. Mostly because as much as Heatran is fantastic and very scary, there are a lot of checks and measures to it. You know, the thing about Heatran though is that it can trap some of them and, you know, have very nice residual damage with Magma Storm, which is why, you know, some people think that it's S rank, and I understand that. But I just don't think, you know, with addition to even a mon now like Gliscor being very viable and popular, I don't really think it deserves that claim of S rank. But S-, I think it fits perfectly in there, and I do think that mon honestly should be like the definition of S-. Almost at like close, I guess, because when you S rank, you think S rank, I guess you think close to busted, and so like yeah, it's close to busted, but it's not busted. The Heatran is really good. Yeah, S-, I can understand some people thinking it's really weird and whack. No, I can understand it, but I mean, it does fit. It just because OU's such a whack tier right now, so we're gonna, you know, it fits. We're in a weird state, so now we have a weird ranking. Volcarona Rising. What did I vote on this one? Hold up. Let me see what I voted because I don't remember. I can see myself voting yes. I can see myself voting no, so I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. What did I vote? Volcarona. I think I said yes. Yeah, I think I said yes. Hold up. Let me see if I can get what I exactly said. Just a second. Let's see, what did I say exactly? If I did say A plus, it most likely was because of the fact that of how. Okay, I said no. All right, I said no. Okay, good, because I have more argument for no than than yes. Okay, so I said no. This should not rise. Because this mon, I think 1% already in the chat that it barely has any usage, and yeah, that's right. It has no usage mainly because the metagame is very anti it. It gets pressured. It's very restricted as far as move slot. It's getting very little setup opportunities with mons like Hawlucha running around the tier, and also when you got a mon like Hawlucha running the tier, that's one of the most easiest mons to revenge. So it's funny, Volcarona wasn't extremely great in Omega Ruby Sapphire because of Talonflame, a bird just to shut it down. I also got another bird Hawlucha to shut it down. So yeah, no, Volcarona certainly, my opinion, was not A plus. But it rose anyway, so yeah. Lele. Where did I vote on this one? This one I definitely don't know either. That one's another 50-50, I ain't gonna lie. Let's see. What did I vote on this one? I can see myself. I hope I voted no, but I can see myself voting yes, I ain't gonna lie. I did no too. I'm such a smart guy, Jesus. Yeah, so okay, I voted no because I do think people are overhyping this mon. There's still AV Magearna at all-time usage. I know for Heatran you can run 5MZ, but that said, honestly, isn't that used? If you're gonna run a Z move, it's generally speaking gonna be Psyche MZ lately. Just me personally, Lele. I mean, with a metagame that thrives on the existence of Kartana. I mean, Lele is generally speaking letting it come. I mean, not letting it come in for free, and I can't say that. Zumi is letting that mod come in to potentially revenge or I guess outplaying, maybe even an SD is, but it's generally speaking forcing out, and yeah, I just don't think Lele is honestly as good as people are making it out to be. But I understand why it rose. I mean, when a metagame that is enjoyed and conquered, I guess, quote unquote, by Toxapex, I can understand it being A plus. But yeah, no, I personally would have kept it at A. So yeah. Also, you can't spam Psychic because of we came as Romans build a stall team. He's always building some type of stall team, so that's not surprising. Post a link in the chat. I'll give my opinion on it, how you can prep for it. Yeah, Hawlucha's better than Volcarona. That's the thing, as a sweeper too. So like, if anything was A plus, it should be Hawlucha. I said Hawlucha should be A plus. I said rise and go, screw A, go all the way to A plus. Yeah, I literally said they asked me Hawlucha from A minus to A plus. I said screw that, make it A plus, to be honest. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, that's what it should be. It should be A plus. Glide score from B plus to A minus. I'm 100. I had to go A. This month's fantastic. I had to. Tell me I repped. Where's my repping? Yeah, okay, good, I did. All right, so yeah, Glide score, most definitely was a fan of this rising. This mon is fantastic. Not enough people use it, mainly because it is, I'm not going to lie, hard to build with, and it can only be used on, I'm not gonna say, yeah, certain builds, the way the metagame is, but I love the fact that it can default safely, generally speaking, on Heatrans. I mean, Heatran's kind of safe, because if they're running like Grass MZ and they predict you to roost, you kind of screwed. But definitely is safe versus Toxapex. It's a nice electric and flying immunity. I've been seeing less Cocos run him per ice, so you got a scout, but it's pretty cool for Coco as well, because if the U-turn, you're able to take that, you get able to get that nice Toxic Orb and take basically no chip at all. I'm a big fan of Pex. a mon that could defog on Toxapex, not being afraid of skull burn and can't be taking a ton of damage by pursuit. That's pretty clean for sure. That is fantastic. Again, post the link. Send it to me on Discord, bro. Glasgow should definitely move to OU. Tabu Koko should be S-. That is a fair point. It probably should. I wouldn't argue against it. I don't know if I'd be for it, but I wouldn't argue against it. Can we just ban like 5 mons? You don't agree with Mega Mawile and T-Tar dropping? Why's that, man? Excuse me, just a second, guys. I'm responding to this message. But basically, I got in an argument. Well, not an argument, but Gary was telling me in this inside OU chat that I was pro Pex ban. I don't recall being pro Pex ban, so I told me to show him the results, and he said I agree with a lot of his points. I said, yeah, I agree with a lot of points that people have on a Toxapex being banned or a Toxapex suspect. Like, come on, it's kind of hard to argue against a Toxapex suspect because it's a pretty annoying mom. But me personally, I just let me just tell you what I said, okay? Because I called it cringy. I called asking for a Toxapex ban over and over again is pretty cringy. I said I'm sorry. I'm just sick of seeing people keep asking for a Toxapex suspect because it seems unrealistic by the comments from council members like ABR, basically flat out shutting down a suspect of Toxapex. I've been wrong before, but I see a lot of comments wanting a suspect when it seems it won't happen. I'd rather not see the suspect happen because I'm afraid it will most likely be banned out of hate, not because it actually needs to be banned. Will result in other mons being removed and lead to the same result we have right now, a stale metagame with little leeway for creativity. I don't think banning Toxapex is the solution right now. We're in a weird place, so I understand the constant complaining and wanting a fix. Believe me, I've done some of that myself, but I'd rather see more frequent suspect than just one suspect, a result, and we don't do shit for 4 months. I don't want that. I don't want us to, come on, we did a Ductrio suspect, and nothing happened. We did nothing after that. Nothing. We've done nothing. We've done nothing. All we've done is talk about how great Halucha's been. Ask for a Toxapex suspect. Oh, where's that Toxapex suspect? Come on, we really have done nothing. And it's pretty disappointing, to be honest. Coolfish is C because of the legendary player that is Little Lucario. Little Lucario was able to revolutionize the game like I did with Webs and has made everyone go bat shit crazy over Coolfish. You can commonly see it on such hey, he was able to make it poppin'. Honestly, ban Toxapex and Lando, let this become a bloody madness, huh? Thank you, man. I do believe I hit the point hard. I do think I made a compelling argument. Yeah, I mean, if Lando gets suspected, then the metagame, I feel like it's not OU anymore. It's something weird. So like one of my man's replies said, realistically speaking, what else is suspect worthy that would impact the meta towards a more positive shift then? And I'm being honest, I don't think anything probably would have. That's the issue. I love a Deoxys D suspect, but that won't improve the current meta. Probably just add more problems and issues, even though it'd probably be balanced. But it just would add another complex issue that people would have a hard time grasping. I said maybe Lando I would be nice, but maybe that just leads to a centralized Lando I metagame. Because I did a poll in my Discord, Good Saturdays. If you aren't in Good Saturdays and you want a link, I updated the link in the chat in the description below, so it should be good. If you add Lando I into the, I guess my question is with Lando I, does the metagame start instead of being revolved around? I guess the metagame's kind of revolved around Kartana and Pex right now. So maybe Halush if you want to, I guess, think of that. But if you add Lando, when you add another powerful mon, you add, I guess, a potential sweeper. But does that become centralizing? I feel like Lando I would be forced to run Hidden Power Ice personally. I feel like it'd be restricted to 2 moves. I feel like it would have to run Hidden Power Ice, and it would have to run Earth Power. This is me personally, though. Of course, you naturally gotta have Earth Power because of Stab, and then you have to have Hidden Power Ice, I feel, because of Lando and Gliscor. Because Gliscor has phenomenal usage, and if people weren't running Hidden Power Ice, then people would just adapt to start running like special defensive Gliscor, for it. So I think you would have to run Hidden Power Ice and have to run Earth Power, and then from there, are you running Rocks? Are you running Defog? Are you running Sludge Wave? Oh yeah, you have to run Sludge Wave. No, you're exactly right. No, you have to run Sludge Wave. Yeah. So you have to run Sludge Wave. Yeah, you're forced to run. Okay, so you're forced to run Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Hidden Power Ice, in my opinion. Probably more forced to run Sludge Wave than Hidden Power Ice, but yeah. Okay, so you're forced to run Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Hidden Power Ice, and then you have another 1 slot left. That's why I don't know. I just think maybe Lando isn't too much. And maybe Lando would be fine. Maybe Lando I would be fine. That's what I'm saying. We need suspects. We need to keep testing things. We need to keep testing things. We need suspect tests, okay? I'm sorry, but this is taking too long. Anyway, before I get back into the Viability rankings, what the whole point of this was, I knew I was gonna get sidetracked, but we did a poll on Good Saturdays. I basically asked the people of Good Saturdays, what do you think should be suspected, right? And I can give you the guys' results. So Lando I suspect 77 upvotes, 18 downvotes. Toxapex suspect 53 upvotes, 38 downvotes. That's the thing. Like a lot of people want Toxapex suspect, but there's a decent amount of people that don't as well. I just don't think, some people just don't think that won't be the fix all, or that will lead to a positive thing. Kartana suspect 9 upvotes, 73 downvotes, because that would be foolish. Even though it is amazing, that still would be foolish. Lando T suspect very, very foolish, but got 24 upvotes and 60 downvotes. So, you gotta have legitimacy to that. Even with all those downvotes, this got a decent amount of upvotes. Edgy 32 upvotes, 51 downvotes. I'm actually surprised by the upvotes it got. Darkrai 50 upvotes, 34 downvotes. And here's another thing. I asked, okay, would you like a double suspect? Because I feel like, okay, if we're not getting enough suspects, right? They're taking too long. Do we want to now suspect 2 mons at once? So I asked, do you want double suspect? Do you want? And no, they did not. They wanted single suspects, because it was clear, because double suspects got 26 downvotes and 10 upvotes, while single suspects got clean 31 upvotes. And then I was like, oh wait, I forgot Mega Metagross suspect. Do you guys want that? And I got 74 and 19. Basically, what I came to the conclusion was from those votes, basically the main consensus was, we need to bring something down that handles Toxapex rather than banning it. That was the consensus. That was basically what people were all about. You guys want something that handles Pex, but not something that but we don't want to ban it, because I definitely don't think that banning Pex is the option or the way to go. I definitely do think just keeping in the tiers is just best. It's an element that is fine, but we should certainly add something that will handle it. And I mean, Toxapex didn't really become a major or extremely too much issue until Metagross got banned. That's when it became, oh my god, kind of alarming, right? And I mean, certainly when Lando I and Metagross were in the metagame, Toxapex said, oh, it's all decent uses, but no one was complaining about, oh man, this mod's busted, etc. It's just, you know, when you add certain mods and you're able to pressure certain mods heavily, like, who knows, the metagame could shift to a point where Toxapex is pretty crappy. We don't know. We don't know. But certainly right now, I definitely do think that we need to bring down something. That was fire. Did y'all hear that Pokemon come through my lo-fi radio? Whew. Whew. Ooh, that was I like that. That was nice. That was nice. Yeah. I gotta start bringing up Metagross. Bring back Metagross. If Lando goes, Pex will go. Volcarona will be everywhere, possibly get banned. Lando can go. The tier. I've seen Mega Kangaskhan can come back. I don't think people understand that it can't. All right, I know I need to get back on track, but I keep seeing this, and I'm not gonna say it's foolish, but come on, guys. I think what needs to be said, it needs to be clearly, like, think of it this way. Doubles OU banned this thing, and Doubles OU has 2 Mons that can hit it. If you're getting banned in doubles when there's 2 Mons that can potentially take you out or do damage to you, you are certainly too much for OU. And one of the main reasons it was too much in doubles was because of this move right here. Seismic Toss. You were doing half to each Mon that is not a ghost type, right? And there are literally close to 0 viable ghost types in OU. Close to 0. Okay, Mega Sableye, sure. But a Kangaskhan team, it will not be that hard for them to easily solve that issue. And think of it this way. Think of a scrappy Kangaskhan before it megas to the Kangaskhan that we know. With Misty Terrain from Tapu Fini, it could be power up punching all. Like if it doesn't want to do it could be just power up punching for days on the Mega Sableye. Sableye can't even touch it because with Wisp. And next thing you know, it's Mega Kangaskhan sweeping your entire team with the boosts. I'm sorry, but I'm kind of sick of seeing this. This Mon is too much. Let's not act like this is a thing that would be balanced. No way in God's earth it would. It had, look, come on, man. This stat sheet's disgusting. It gets two priority moves to begin with. It gets a boosting move that does damage. It gets the best move, which is the only way we would ever get this Mon, and the only way I would accept it mentally, and maybe not want to throw hands physically with someone, is if we complex band, we basically complex where they can't use Seismic Toss with Mega Kangaskhan, right? And then we probably just have to run Rocky Helmet on everything. We have to run Rocky Helmet Pharaoh, Rocky Helmet Lando, etc. That's what we would have to do, you know? I'm sorry for going on a rant, but like that needs to end. And Bucephalon and Gengar. Okay, first of all, Gengar's trash. Bucephalon's pretty bad as well. I thought it was gonna be great, but no, it's really every Turtle player thinks it's bad. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say I listen to everything Turtle players say. I definitely don't, but I think it's pretty bad as well. Complex bans are the key. You guys think complex bans are the way to go? Yeah. Me and Gary did a video on why Smogon doesn't do complex bans. If you haven't watched it, definitely do check it out. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. It is a weird thing. Alright, I talked about Skyman the next video. Alright, Alright guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over the last bit of these viability rankings, and then we'll start discussing mons and I'll start explaining why we can't bring viability, because I'm seeing a lot of mons that we just can't bring down. Alright, so yeah, Turn T. I'm gonna go this real quickly because most of these mons are quick. Chansey offense is still good. Sad to say, it is what it is. Zapdos, because of Kartana and Hawlucha usage, defensive Zapdos is really good right now. Also because of Tornadus usage. mostly because of the Z default Hurricane set, really good. It's able to switch into all these defensive landos very decently well because Hidden Power Ice, generally speaking, their strongest move. Default up there. It's also potentially, if not kill them, then do a heavy chunk with Z Kane. Metacham, I mean, we all know what Metacham does. It completely destroys your team with the right moves. Quillfish because of Little Lucario. Drops. Toxapex to S minus. I don't know how I feel about that. What did I vote on this? I think I probably... Actually, yeah. I definitely went for S minus because I don't think this mon's broken. And I want people to stop thinking it's broken. And when people see it drop from S, sometimes they think, oh, okay, maybe it's not broken. I don't know. It's just a psychology thing. I don't think this mon's broken. I think the tier needs it. I've said this before. T-Tar, A+ to A. Did I agree on this? I may have agreed on this. I don't know. I mean, I can see myself not, though. Let's see. What did I do for this one? What did I say for a turn? Tar. Yeah, I said no for dropping. Good. All right. I'm liking all these decisions I had. Yeah. Okay. Good Ninja. Yeah, protein. It's not good. It's not performing well. So it had to keep dropping. It's really unfortunate. I do think if you remove Toxapex from the tier, this becomes potentially 100% A+ mon again. Maybe S. Probably not, but 100% A+. Easy Good Ninjas. If you remove Toxapex from the tier. Well, I do agree with this dropping. And I hope I voted. It's top. Yeah, I did. I love this mod, but it's hard for it to win games, and it's hard for it to set up. It's hard for it to break teams as well, and it may be like hard for Mawa to break teams with such power. Yeah, it honestly is. When you have Lando, Heatran, Pex on literally every single team, it's hard because if you don't outplay your opponent every single turn, or even if you do get the chance to do that, you're getting revenged. It's pretty not hard. It's not impossible on to use. You definitely can put it, but it's just not getting the job done. Latios keeps dropping. We all know why that keeps dropping. It's just bad. It keeps getting pursuit trapped. It's not putting in the work it should, etc. Why is the council so against change in OU? I think mostly. I'm not gonna say ABR is holding up, but ABR is a pretty prevalent and very important member of the council, and honestly, I support and respect a lot of decisions that he has. And I mean, ABR has been pretty consistent with saying that the tier is fine. And I can understand that sentiment because technically there's quote unquote nothing busted about the tier, but there's clearly some unhealthy elements, and we don't have a good tier right now. I mean, everyone's saying it. I guess except the council maybe. No one really likes playing this tier. At least I've seen very little speak of everyone saying this is the tier. Alright. Let's see. Venusaur, Mega Cult, we did that. I think, no, we didn't do that. Okay, don't use this mod. There's too many mods that are anti. It doesn't accomplish anything. Heatran, Toxapex, what other mods? Torn, yeah, Torn rising usage. Hawlucha completely setting up on it, then blowing it away. Pokemon DDing on it. Lele, Chansey sitting on it. Like, come on. Cephalon, yeah. Woo, how it has fallen. Keldeo, yeah, Toxapex. Deontay, Toxapex. Honestly, Celesteela, Toxapex, Chansey, etc. It's Kartana, especially Scarf. It's weird. I thought Deontay could end up being too much for the tier. If the right thing's happening, it could still be crazy, but it's just not working out as I thought it would be. To be honest, I thought it would be really good. Latias. Yeah. I mean, if Latios is dropping, Latias is certainly dropping. It's not like there's any mon that really needs Healing Wish, especially right now. And Altair, people want this unranked, but it's hanging on by the hinges. All right, we're done going over the viability rankings. Now I can answer your questions about what needs to be banned or what y'all want to test. Let me read some of these things. Oh, you posted the teen Darius? Oh, did you do it in the chat or in the Discord? Did you tag me? How'd you do it? Oh, okay, I see it in the chat. I see it now. Okay. Let me pull this up. Yeah, Weekend Romans is always using some type of bulky team. Yeah, that's I can. When you said that, I did not doubt you at all. Mega slow roll. That definitely seems about right. Okay. So basically, what we have here. First got inspiration for this team with the idea of Mega Buzzwall and Buzz mixing using Mega Slowbro and Buzzwall Stalkcore. That's interesting. What gave him that? They both have unmatched physical bulk. This is 100% factual. Yeah. Slowbro can switch into dark grass types. Yeah, I mean they cover each other decently well. Okay, this makes sense. Now I think I remember this version. I definitely remember seeing Marowak Star. I thought that was really stupid, but it was working. So. And it's the finalized version of the team. Why didn't he hit number 1? I guess that's my question. Stall always hits number 1. Interesting. Okay. What is this team? Did he ever say their threats? Okay, he didn't. All right, so I guess I want to talk about viable monsters. I hate how this rate my team is. Maybe I'm just zoomed in too much. Yeah, maybe I'm tripping. Let me zoom out of it. Oh, actually, no, I still hate how this rate my team's done. And it may not be the rate my team. It probably is just how Smogon changed with their site. It just looks weird now, but no, I'm not gonna hate on it. All right, team at a glance: Skarmory, Heatran, Slowbro, Hippo, Buzzwall, and Chansey. Let's throw this on the team builder. Because honestly, I must say this is I mean, if it features a well-known core that always does well. And Skarmory and Chansey. Is it like special defensive? Yeah, I was just wondering because like this is kind of weak to Lele. I was just wondering maybe it's special defensive or some set. Because he has so many physical defensive monsters. Like, is he really gonna run special defense? I was just wondering. Okay, so I mean, yeah, first thing that comes to mind is like Lele. Lele can absolutely go crazy versus this team. Oh, my bad. One thing you definitely have to think about though, the cool thing about this team though, Lele gets no free switch-ins versus everything, and it gets 0 free setup versus anything. That's another important thing to think about. So yeah, I mean, even though Lele is a threat, it is heavily pressured. Kartana is not a threat because of Buzzwall. Well, I mean, Stilian would be a threat, but I mean, come on, no one's really running Stilian if we're being real here. So I guess you could say Cure and B is a big threat as well. But I mean, he can outplay that. So what do y'all see? I definitely see Metachan being a big issue. What's up, Sorex? What's poppin'? Marshadow was the best meta. Marshadow was a fun meta. I don't know if it was the best, but it certainly was fun. I definitely don't hate it. Just looking at this team, just thinking it out. I think this is a... Oh wait, what the hell? Why does Feeny fucking... This team, Feeny F's up this team. Oh, he has a Heatran? Well, no, I mean, Feeny can still be a pain. Okay, so Feeny, I guess, is a threat. That's if Feeny has a water move. I guess Heatran can come into it consistently. But yeah, that seems annoying. Honestly, guys, I can see people has 2 chances. Yeah, I just realized that. I forgot about the Heatran. But yeah, honestly, guys, yeah, Lele's handled by Heatran decently enough. I mean, yeah, I like the team. I mean, definitely a good stall build. I see this having... I can see people having very little... But I guess what I'm confused in with how good... stall is, especially on the ladder. How did he not hit number 1? Like, what stopped him from hitting number 1? Hacks. Even then, I can see you just keep grinding and hitting number 1. I'm just curious. What was the thing that stopped him? I can see not having no unaware mons can be an issue, but like what's setting up and winning? I don't know. I don't know. I just find it surprising that he hasn't hit number 1 with this. Huh. Yeah, I mentioned Hoopa. Yeah, Hoopa's certainly a threat. You definitely can ignore Hoopa. But I don't think Hoopa's that great of a mon, so. Yeah, nah, Flarebliss is not pulling off a sweep. I mean, am I missing something? Oh. I got tagged. What's the Cerberus set? Doesn't it beat? What the hell? It doesn't beat? I don't know if I like this. But Ice Beam makes complete sense, and I mean... Well, no, wait, he has Hippo, so like even then, like he just goes Hippo and... What's the Hippo? Oh, it's Careful? Let me look at these sets. Hold on. Let me look at the sets. Maybe I'm calling this a good team too quickly. And honestly, no. I mean, honestly, I do think this team's fine. I think he did a good job with this. Oh, this is a really cool set, to be honest. Yeah, I think this team's fine. I can see you having a lot of trouble playing versus it. Oh, you know one thing that he's really gonna hate is certainly facing like hazards. So like if you face an Ash Greninja. Let's watch a replay of this team. If you face like an Ash Greninja, with like spikes, or if even a Ferrothorn with spikes, like this is gonna know. Oh, holy crap! It's the GOAT, young Pokegamer. All right, he must have won, which is sad. You know, I definitely don't see my man Rob lose, but you don't post replays of you losing. But anyway, let's see what's popping. All right, Rob straight off the bat with a fire play. He says a rock. Oh my, Rob, whew, best top 5 dead or alive. Goes Coco. He definitely whirlwinded, right? Did he defog? Oh, he spiked. Okay. Oh, does he have defog on this? Yeah, he does. All right, good. All right. Rob doubles. Okay. Catches Hippo. I mean, like, yeah, that's the reason why you double there. And he goes slow, bro. Rob Fusion Bolts. Yes, just because Rob's fire. Never doubt Rob. He then goes Heatran. Rob's going to 100% go for... No, that was not the play, Rob. Never the play. That was never the play, Rob. No. Okay, so Rob went from a pretty good win to just throwing it away. Yeah, I hate that play so much. What the fuck is happening? Alright, what happened was Rob... I'm not going to say had this, but he shouldn't have lost this. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, yeah, I mean, as I said, we got a that's a pretty good team. Pretty good team. Why am I getting hit with PMs? Hope you overthrow Pokemon and JMP. Me and aim as council members be fire. No, it says I think he made a psychic unless he changed. And JMP is OU council. We need to start an uprising. Bet. Yeah, this team's pretty good. I know, you know, you're probably wanting me to hate it because of stall. I can understand that sentiment, but when it's all said and done, guys, this is it's a pretty good stall team. Pretty good. All right, now I got that filth off my screen. No, I mean that's a pretty good stall team. Okay. If you guys want to support the stream, become a sponsor of it. Drop a donation in the description or on Super Chat. Any way you can support, I do appreciate it. Having fun time with you guys right now. I'm discussing OU. We're done with the Viability rankings right now, and we're just basically discussing the tier. How do we bait the council into getting off their throne of Pokeballs? Would you recommend using... Oh, okay, yeah, you asked how do you beat it. Okay, so here's the thing about that team. I'll go back to it. Actually, can I undo delete? Yeah, okay, great. So, two things that people brought up were like... Okay, so I guess the first thing that comes to mind, if you want to beat this stall team, or if you want to have a good matchup versus the stall team, Coco with Metacham is definitely going to gain you a good matchup. With Zen Headbutt, Thunder Punch, and High Jump Kick, you're going to gain a good matchup versus this team. And you're probably going to need Adamant to really pull this off well, so we're going to have to run Adamant Cham. I'm not a big fan of Adamant Cham, but, I mean, for this certain... I guess... go ahead. Okay, fine. Use it. But you better have something for Lele and pretty good consistent measures for it. But yeah, Coco, and I would say the most viable way to beat this team would be probably Coco and Metacham Core. And then the other way would be some type of breaker with spikes from Spikes Esker Ninja. That's probably the best way you can pull it off. For sure. But yeah, that's my opinion on this team and how you would, I guess, do consistently well versus it. Blender is on the council. Not can be, he is on the council. We can't have Mega Metagross. Okay, so main reasons that Metagross is an OU, mainly, I don't want to say it's too much. I kind of want it back, but a lot of people thought it was too much. I'm not gonna lie, it was something. But you know, it's bulk. I mean, somebody already said in the chat, it's bulk, it's hard hitting and speed, along with the fact that Meteor Mash, it's the main move is clicking repeatedly. Could also give it a boost and an attack. Pretty disgusting. Pretty disgusting. So I mean, if it was unbanned, it'd just be people asking for its ban again, no matter. So. Doesn't Mega Pinsir do work against that after Skarmory shipped? Yeah, but I get you. I don't know how. I mean, you got that's not chip. You're gonna need a chunk. You know, you're gonna need a chunk, man. You're gonna have to take a bite out of it. You need to use your pull to get Cockatroon ranked. Okay. Yeah, the Metagross. It's funny because Metagross is anti-webs. But yeah, Metagross, you know, the reason it was really much better than it was last gen is a combination of it getting that speed immediately when it megas, along with the fact that it gets to spam Meteor Mash a lot more because of all the fairy types. So yeah. Glasgow being a pain to the team. In what way? How can Glasgow be a pain? It's got a Slowbro, has a Buzzwole, a Skarm. You must have some wild Glasgow. I don't see how it's gonna be a bothering. What's this? What's the Chansey? I mean, there's no way the Chansey. You have sub. I mean, what's the Heatran? I have to go back to the team because I didn't see what the Heatran was. Probably can just fuck it up. But that's why I didn't mention it, because I saw that as a fuck up. But like, the thing is, but Cephalon's not good overall. Yeah, it's not winning. He has a Careful Hippo and a Heatran. If you're gonna use that set and if you're gonna try to pull off a win, you're definitely gonna have to do that. Yeah, you're in an awful position because you're only gonna be able to set up on Chansey, and you have to get that in. You're also gonna need Heatran chipped. Hippo or Heatran's gonna have to be chipped. One of those gonna have to be chipped. But yeah. Yeah, you're gonna need one of those chips to pull that off. Is it like a really popular team on the ladder? I haven't been on the ladder in a minute, so like if it's really popular, then I guess yeah. If you're trying to be going the ladder, you're gonna wanna use anti-cores for it. Belly drum Azu. If you're able to if you're able to chip it by a minute and you're able to set up on something, which honestly aren't able to set up much, and I may be wrong, but I think Slowbro can live a +6 player off and could potentially burn you, so there's that as well. It's not that free of a sweep. How do you feel about Webb's pincer? Specs, Blaze, and Bishop right now. Do you mean like all of them together on a team, or like each of them separately? What do you mean? Surely. It's the best way to decentralize the metagame, diversify the metagame, and decentralize it from Chapus and Lando. No way. There's no way you could do that. There's no way. Make your own tier. There's no way you could pull that away from OU. With telepathy, Tapu Fini get increased viability. I don't know. It's weird because I mean, would people really just use Tapu Fini for Scald? Maybe. Oh, excuse me. Maybe. I don't know, honestly. I've thought about this. I've thought about that question myself. Me here. I do not know, to be honest. Talking about them together as a OU core, kind of. Okay. So if you would use those two, the good thing you're on a HO team. So I mean, I'm pretty sure if you're going to be using that, you're going to have a mon that is easily going to be setting up if he gets pursued. So I mean, you have that in Bisharp. I'm sure you can add a different mon as well. But yeah. Been having fun with it, but it does feel gimmicky. I mean, any type of webs is gonna feel gimmicky probably. So, I mean, nothing really can change that, my man. Nothing is going to change that. Metronome heater is definitely a heater. Metro, no man, most definitely the wave. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. So I don't think a ban like Pex is going. I mean, sure, if you ban Pex, you will see a lot of new things, and those new things will end up getting banned as well. And when those things gets banned, you guys are gonna be at the same point complaining, and be like, "Oh man, we got a metagame that's the same things." And yeah, you'll be 100% right. You will end up with a metagame again that runs just the same things. I mean, it's just how it's gonna be. That is just how it's gonna be. That's why I personally don't think that banning it would be great. S minus is a thing now, yeah, because Lando is way better. It's hard, yeah. I mean, simplified Lando's way better than everything else, so yeah. That's why S minus is a thing. I mean, Finchinator is a great post to elaborate, but I mean, if you want me to simplify it, because Lando's better, yeah. I'm gonna have Sabella, pretty good OU player, made it to finals of OLT. Join me and call. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna mute the music as well, or put it down really low so you guys can hear him. Tell me when you can't hear the music at all. Hopefully you can barely hear it, like guys. Actually, in fact, when he picks up, I'm gonna turn off the music completely. You don't hear any music? Crap, you don't hear any music? What the? Wait, have all this time you guys not been hearing any music? Wow. How about now? Wait, hold up. How about now? Ricardo's been completely scum to me now, M-Dragon. I got mad at him because he basically used like the N-word, and he like in a I guess quote unquote funny context, like he wasn't offending context, but I just completely don't fuck with the N-word completely, so I just completely called him out on it. And the entire group of like day one friends were like kind of anti him, etc. And yeah, he felt some type of way about that, so he completely dislikes me, hates me now. So yeah, all right, you hear it? All right, I guess I gotta put it that loud. Yeah, all right, cool. But yeah, I mean, yeah, basically that's why I try to actually make peace with him. In fact, let's call it truce. Cause me and Ricardo have had our issues in the past. So I was like, let's call it truce. And what was it? 3 days ago? No, maybe more. Probably like 5 days ago. And I was like, yeah, let's call truce. He said no. He said no. So hey, it is what it is. I try to make things cool, but I can't control people. So yeah. Ricardo's always been edgy, but I mean, it's one thing people like about him. So yeah. Chopsticks. I can play a lot of great lit rap music, but I just like listening to lo-fi for chill discussions like this. How long has PokeTCG used that? I don't know. Oh, you're fine, Dragon. I don't know how long he uses the team, but my man's always using the team. I don't know. If you can make the best RY team. Jeez. Oh, Sabella, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, okay. Hold up. Let me edit you. Hold up just a second so they can hear you as well.
No.
Shut down this music real quick. Okay. Say something, buddy.
What's up?
Alright, great. Let me put you all the way at max volume so they can always hear you. Alright, fantastic. So, Sabella, we were just basically going over the viability rankings earlier and talking about the new S minus, etc. And
what does it look like? I haven't seen him yet, so
yeah, so I mean,
first time looking at him. Can you send me the link?
Sure.
PMs real quick. Thank you.
And I mean, basically, S minus is Pex. Some people feel it should be Coco, but it's not there yet. Kartana, Heatran, that's S minus basically.
Let me take a look. What page is it on this?
19. I mean, it should have took you to exactly to the right thing. Should take you exactly to 19.
Oh, I see. Okay, Kartana, Heatran, Volquanov, Tapu Lele, Halucha. I agree with Halucha. Halucha's getting a little busted for me lately. I always find like everything I built just ends up being weak to him for some reason.
Yeah, I think I said screw giving it A. Just move it all the way up to A plus.
Yeah, I think so. Because if you don't use like Mew, Clef, like I mean, Toxapex kind of like helps with it, but it doesn't really stop it.
Yeah.
You're not using like those three or like slow bro or something. Like you're not really beating it. Like if you get put in a bad position where you really don't have a choice, you're just there's gonna be a point where you're gonna end up losing to it. I've noticed in a lot of games. Oh, Zapdos too, but even Zapdos not really a counter if they run Stone Edge. It's like definitely dies.
Out of everything in this, everything like in the council, excuse me, not the council, everything on these rankings, what I like out of from A to S rank, what do you think is wrong?
I wouldn't put Kartana as S. I don't know.
Yeah, me
too. I think it's really good, but it's just like I have a hard time moving it anywhere near S because of how like paper thin it is, and like it's easily revengeable. Like the fact that a Scarf Latios can just come in and click Draco and it dies that easy is kind of like that's kind of like that scenario alone just kind of keeps me from having it being an S rank.
Well, I mean, you can run like the lefty
max
set.
HP one, right?
No, he didn't. He had a set that wasn't max HP because I don't like the max HP.
No, I don't either. I always run a little bit. I'm always fine. Like I like having around like 108 HP, something like that. You get the free subs on Toxapex if you want to use it, but it also just like generally a little bulkier. I think if you sub on a Lando U-turn, it doesn't it doesn't break the sub. So that's a nice little thing when you use a little bit more HP. So little things like that. I see Volt going up, but I don't really like get it. I don't see it that much.
Yeah, I was against it rising as well.
You know, it's one of those things like you can't ignore it when you build. Otherwise, it's just you're gonna get bit in the ass for it. But like I still see people do it all the time. Like they use Scarf Lando fastest Pokemon, and like they'll have a Clef, and it's just complete setup fodder. So I don't really understand, like seeing people still build like that when it's that dangerous because one Quiver Dance and the game's over.
Nintendo man, he trends S minus because some people feel the mount's completely broken. No Blunder does.
Dude, Heat Train is low-key broken.
It's really good. It can be a little bit too much at times, mainly because if you do have a switch in for it, that switch is consistently getting whittled down. And if you put Heatran in on the right team, it can bust teams open for you.
And it's like doesn't do it in like the most obvious way. It just like you could keep doubling it in.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do to stop it.
And it just traps something. Even the resist, it can trap and toxic, and it whittles it down. It's really, yes.
It's you also have to think about the fact, you guys, that like it's also able to pressure out things like Bulu, Scissor, Clefable, Celesteela, Magearna, quote-unquote Magearna, Ferrothorn, and along with the fact that, it's able to trap Toxapex, it's got Z moves galore that it can run. It's got like 3 different Z moves it can run. Along with, it's also a pretty nice measure for Kartanas that are like Scarf. Heatran's definitely too much. You use Gliscor a lot. I mean, even with Gliscor, like you come into a Magma Storm, you roost. What if they're Gracium Z? Then your Gliscor's gone.
You're gone. Yeah, you have to like run enough speed, and even then, like if you outpace it,
if you outplay it,
it's still, right. It still gives them momentum. If you're just all you do is roost, and they go into like something that pressures Gliscor or whatever it be, Keldeo, whatnot, it just puts you in a defensive position. You don't gain anything from it.
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of people feel like there should be a Toxapex suspect, man. What do you think?
I don't know. It's like definitely pretty centralizing the fact that, man, if you don't think of it and you're like, oh, I'm a little weak to it, it could just set up a toxic spike or toxic something, and just like really slow you down and ruin a game for you. So I don't know. It's weird thinking about like suspecting defensive Pokemon like that too.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really see like Pokemon in that kind of nature suspected. It's more like broken offensively, not defensively.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
I mean,
Like 50-50 on it. I'd say suspect to see what the community thinks of it.
do you think? Okay, well, I think a lot of people can agree there needs to be more suspects. You know.
What are we talking? Like,
well,
like
I think right now
if we had like 3 suspects that we could just allocate to whatever. Like, let's say that was in like an example. You could suspect 3 Pokemon.
3 Pokemon. What would I do? Okay, I would. That's a good question. Not gonna lie. I would do Doxus D first. No. I have to solve the Toxapex issue. So I'm gonna go Lando-I first, and then Deoxys D.
To bring it down.
Yeah, I'd bring down Lando-I. To see how it goes.
Okay.
Because I do think, like, with the usage of Lando T being so much, and I feel like Lando-I is forced to run. Well, I think it would be forced to run Hidden Power, Ice, Sledge Wave, and Earth Power straight off the bat.
Yeah, I agree. You need to hit Bulu, you need to hit Lando.
Yeah. And you need to hit, Gliscor as well. So,
right, exactly.
Yeah, I think Lando-I probably could end up being fine. So, yeah, Lando-I. And then the third one, that's a tough one.
I see what you say, Lando-I, only because if you use Lando-I, then like you basically are like
if you use Lando-I, you like
Slowbro or Clef for Zygarde.
Yeah, you have to use immediately. You have to run like a Scarm or Scissor or something like that. You're forced to.
You need something for Zygarde for sure, because if you're not using Clef, Slowbro,
Hawlucha, Kartana, like there's so many physical that's gonna eat you alive.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, okay, so like Lando-I, Deoxys D, and then the last one, I guess Toxapex is like the safe answer, but here's the thing. I think if Lando-I was suspected and it did stay, then there would be no reason to suspect Toxapex. And so
why? Just because it pressures those teams so much?
Yeah, I think it pressures those teams so much, along with the fact. I mean, I don't think it should be suspected regardless, and I think if you add Lando-I to the mix, along with the fact that you have to think about Lando-I as well. I mean, I don't think it will have that much. I don't think it will have extreme usage. Like people think like Lando-I will like have this amazing usage. I don't think the metagame can really allow it to have that much usage. Along with the fact, it would be, you could think of it as a defogger now as well too, along with as a rocker. I always felt the only thing that really made Lando-I I guess busted is gravity, and I don't think I think it's if it does run gravity, then you're really forced for time.
Yeah. I can see what you mean. Like if you use it, it'd be really constricting team building wise. So like,
I guess that's the only thing that worries me about Lando-I's gravity. I think that's the only thing that worries me.
Yeah, because then you just destroy Celesteela.
If it didn't have gravity, it'd be perfectly
then fine. What do you run? You run gravity, Earth Power, Sledge Wave.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing about those, like they're pretty, pretty low in usage.
Yeah, I know they are right now. And even still, if you play, if you pair Lando-I well with something, it'd probably be like a Pursuit Trapper anyways. You just end up trapping those.
So like,
even if you Lando-I Scissor, you could trap it like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I can't give you a third one to be honest, because I guess after the first 2, I like to see how it would be after those.
Okay. If you had to do it where you were strictly banning Pokemon, not unbanning them, do you have any idea what they would be now?
Just straight up banning?
That's what. Yeah, like nothing. Not bring it down, just going out.
Nothing, because I think we have to bring down something, not ban anything.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Because I was talking earlier. I was saying this earlier, and I guess you weren't here, but I'll repeat two important things. I think that hold on, let me get the text. Basically, I was calling people who or really in the particular, and he got mad. I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm seeing people ask for a ban of Toxapex is cringy to me at this point. I'm sick of seeing it. It's just unrealistic that it happens when people like ABR are like 100% this will never happen, right? And you see, like, I've been wrong before, but I see lots of comments wanting a suspect when it seems that it won't happen. I'd rather not see a suspect happen because I'm afraid that it'll most likely be banned out of hate and not because it needs to be banned. You know what I'm saying?
I could definitely see that happening, and that's why, like, that's a suspect I would almost rather not go out to the public because it's like, you know, you get a couple decent people that can ladder up and do it, and then they go, "Oh, I hate Toxapex, ban that," and then, you know, it's not getting banned for the right reason. I'd rather just honestly keep it up to like a council vote rather than put it in the hands of the public. Because
OU's never allowed to do that though. That's the issue. Will result in other.
They should try. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I was gonna say they should try and do what Hikari was thinking about.
Yeah, Hikari has a lot more leeway though. That's the thing. Like like Smogon admins won't like. They've never allowed OU to pull something off like that because of the
where it's like the really tough Rex.
No, like the president, like the president that OU sends, because like OU is always the tier in the spotlight and the tier like all the critics like Ballistify are always hounding on, and I know in particular, Chaos hates bad publicity for Smogon, etc. And so like they try to shy away from things like I guess a private suspect because a private suspect could have very a lot of backlash for sure.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say a private suspect. It's just more like
I mean, like I guess people would view it as like like a private vote. I'm not saying private suspect. Like private vote,
Yeah, I get what you're saying like that. Yeah, because they have. It's like almost annoying that you have to like cater to people like Villicify who just like don't know anything about competitive battling or know very minimal.
But yeah, I was basically like, I'd rather not see this suspect happen because I'm afraid it most likely be out of hate will result in other mons being removed and lead to the same result that we have now, which is a stale metagame with little leeway for creativity.
Yeah, I can understand that. I guess I would say like I would be interested in seeing what the metagame looked like with Lando Eye, and I can't form an opinion to say it shouldn't or shouldn't come back. I'd probably be more on the side of that it should just stay banned, but seeing the metagame with it would be definitely interesting because you'd see two different style of builds with it.
Like, because when it was in the metagame before Ultra Sun and Moon, I mean, I was always upset that they just straight up quick ban. I never felt it deserved a quick ban. I always felt it deserved a suspect. It shouldn't have been axed because they got axed before they even, I think, removed. It was either Zygar Complete or Aegislash. I think it was Aegislash, and I was kind of really pissed about that. I was so confused.
I think the metagame didn't even have a chance to like settle yet. That's the problem. We're not seeing the teams we're seeing now. We're not seeing definitive styles of team cores and things like that where you see a couple months, you're like, okay, I see kind of how this team's gonna function right away. That didn't really exist.
I was also gonna have mons like Toxic, like not Toxic, excuse me. What's that mon called? Slow King pop back in usage.
Yep. Yeah, things like Slow King, like
Macy Special Defensive Skarmory need to be a thing again.
Yeah. Well, if they were on Gravity, it's not.
Yeah. It's iffy.
You see probably more specially defensive Celesteela.
For sure.
I guess.
That's 100% guarantee. That's not like I get because that's kind of like a thing now. It's not like I was trying to think of like things that you don't commonly see now.
Pop up. Yeah. Slow King, I could definitely see. I'm trying to think of what else would even be.
Yeah, but like I don't think banning Pex is a solution right now. We're in a weird place, so I understand the constant complaining and want to fix. Believe me, I've done some of that myself, but I'd rather see more frequent suspects than just one suspect as a result, and then we don't do shit for 4 months.
Yeah.
Because right now we banned Ducktrio and we just haven't done anything, so it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, I mean, like, it's an issue because I mean, like, as much as I feel like out of everything right now in Uber's Deoxys D, I feel like it would be perfectly fine in OU, but it would add probably maybe potentially an unhealthy element, and it really won't help the tier right now.
What do people usually run with Deoxys, like max speed with a bunch of hazards?
I mean, you would run like in the when Talonflame was in the metagame, you just run tons of bulk. You'd run max HP. Yeah, I was pretty sure I have max HP and max defense, sub as much as you can, and then get red card some things and die. That's basically the consensus.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
The thing like I guess scares me honestly about Deoxys D is that if we would bring it back, will we see pressure stall become like really good and a viable thing? We already got
What would you
amazing
want that, like Zapdos?
Zapdos, Suicune, Deoxys. Like that's pretty amazing when if you look at
Yeah.
it.
Then you got Sab. And you got
That's another thing. I feel like Deoxys, when Deoxys, there was never a Mega Sableye when Deoxys was around. And like reason why Gary doesn't want Deoxys D in the metagame because he feels if you bring Deoxys D into the metagame, then you see a metagame that's just either teams with Mega Sableye or teams with Deoxys D. And I don't think that would be the result because I don't think people would be forced to run Sableye in a metagame with as many deep focus as we do. That's why I think it should be dropped down to begin with.
I could see that. I don't think it's like unreasonable to see what the metagame would look like with it. That I could definitely agree with you on that. Like seeing what would change in like a week and then kind of basing it off of that. Like you can see after a week, like, all right, nah, like no, this isn't worth it type of thing. I could definitely understand doing.
That's why, like, I had the idea and like I was pitching it to the council. I mean, I never got a response back because I don't know, the council never gives you anything. But I was like, and a lot of people were like, you know, pro this idea of basically having a tier that rotates suspects. A tier as basically built around OU suspects. So 1 week you'd have Darkrai suspected. Another week, Pheromosa. Another week, Lando I. Another week, Deoxys D. Just consistent suspects. And then you would be able to from those suspects you'd be able to figure out, oh, let's just throw out Dougie as well. You want to suspect Dougie again? Stupid stuff. But like basically just to get an idea. Oh, you're sick of Kartana? Well, let's suspect Kartana. You know, basically maybe in the community votes on what should be suspected next in the tier. But you know, the issue with that is that I had to get approval from like the council to support this idea because they would probably take the tier over and monetize it. I mean, not monetize it, but like rule over it.
I get wanting to suspect more things. I don't think it should be like every week type of thing, but I can understand like doing like a once.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the
type of thing.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, no, like the most reason like why I was like, you know, a week is to keep things fresh and keep people interested in playing the metagame because a lot of people like, you know, people's interest in the metagame can die really quickly, especially like people's interest in OU has died.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that. OU's getting like a little, I don't want to say I'm tough to play right now. Like I definitely still like it and enjoy building, and I come up with some different Pokemon that I like using, but it's like if you just want to use cookie cutter shit, it's just really boring. It's like I'd rather just play Aura's OU or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. No, I completely agree. Does anyone have any questions for me and Sabella before I dip? Oh no, by the way, Sabella, thanks for joining, man.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you.
How's your SBL been, man?
What's that?
How's your SBL been?
Not that good. I just like ran into almost 3 impossible matchups. I won't lie, PM2 just threw me in the trash can that first game. I got a little unlucky at the start, and every time I tried to make a play, he was just on the better end of it. So
I haven't been able to watch basically anyone's games. That's why I was asking you how's it been, because I've been either prepping for RU or doing my new business instead of like I not be able to put as much time into Smogon as I used to. Most of my time goes to making content like this. But
no, that's good. I mean, I keep up with it a little bit at night, like as before I go to bed. I've been working a lot, so I just keep up with it. But I'm definitely not as involved with that as I probably was a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Busier. I help my team out, but that's about it.
Yeah, I got you.
And then I'm 0-3 right now. I got stalled by BTB, and I didn't have the right team to break it. I had a Victini. If it was Bandit, I would have cleaned the game in like 10 turns, but not my luck. Other than that, and then I lost last week to EO. I don't know, however you pronounce it. Not another like really weird
Didn't
matchup. He
EO
had
have like? Didn't EO have Protect Coco that game?
yeah, protect
Yeah.
Shaka Coco. The first turn really fucked me up because
Yeah, I was talking
I
to
knew
my
I was
team
weak.
about that turn.
Yeah,
I was like, because I do remember that turn. I think I watched the replay of that game, and I was like, I've envisioned that turn happening in my head so many times. Ashoka and Yachi Berry like combine. Like I knew that
yeah.
was gonna happen eventually.
I was he got the lead and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm Miyaki. I really doubt he's Shaka. I'm gonna stay in an EQ. Like getting this off the field would be so nice for me because then I don't have to worry about him just getting a fuck ton of momentum this whole game. So, and then he pulls it out. I'm just like, God, I can't like ever get just like a lucky break. It's like every time I run into, every time I'm starting off a game, I'm running into something like this. And then he played the game good. I mean, there was a point in the middle of the game where I made like 2, 3 doubles in a row to like, and then made a player two after that to kind of bring myself back into the game. And I needed one flinch to win really, and I didn't get it. So it is what it is. I'm not complaining. It's little unlucky with the matchup. They didn't get the luck in the game, so I lost. But that's okay. I'm not like upset. I felt like I played. Excuse me. Pretty good most of the games, and it's not like I sat there and keeled over and just got walked on. I did my best to try and win and make any play to put me in a winning position. So I can't really complain. You keep playing like that, eventually wins come your way, and you make the right team calls, and things end up going your way. So it's not the worst thing.
Okay, I want to comment on 3 things because I got 2 questions here in one comment. If you can change something in OU and JMP, what would it be? I mean, we kind of like discussed that, but I mean, if there's anything I would change is more active suspects. So more suspects. Let's try things. So one thing I don't like is that tour play affects suspects happening too much. That needs to be getting rid of.
What do you mean?
Like there's a lot of suspects players. Yeah, I mean, well, not triple, but like there's a lot of suspects that just don't happen because OST is about to finish, or we're in the middle of OST, we shouldn't suspect anything, or we're in the middle of OLT, we shouldn't suspect anything. Suspects. Okay. I've seen tons of like Dojo got put off because of I think it was Snake. I don't remember.
No, I think Dougie was banned by Snake. I understand maybe not suspecting anything during the official ladder tournament just because.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, I was just naming tournaments. Definitely don't want to suspect during the official ladder tournament. Yeah.
But during OST and it's like Smogon tour and things like that, like I don't see a problem with suspecting things at all. I think it's fine. It's not like OSTs are
I've seen that excuse a lot, and I'm like,
all you're doing is coming up with 1 or 2 new teams, and at this point in the game, like, if you bring 1 Mon or 2 in, it's not gonna change the whole face of the metagame. And if it does, then it's probably either going to get banned or going to move out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah. Dawnwings and OU. Okay, yeah, Dawnwings. I was actually at the start of the tier was like, oh, maybe we should try this, but then I messed around with it in our tier that we were trying to start up, but I never got really time to put love and interest into was in Gazari's OU, and it seemed it was pretty good in that tier. It wasn't too much, but it was pretty good. But from seeing how good it was in that tier, I'm pretty sure it'd be too much for OU. So yeah. What do you think about Dawnwings, Sabella?
Honestly, I haven't played much with it. It looks pretty freaking broken, and I don't think it should be an OU. I just seen some of the sets, and I've seen a couple Uber's games with it, but it seems a little too nutty for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So I'd have to agree. It'd probably be too much for OU.
And then next thing, last thing. I think 2 weeks is too short. Wait. Yeah, 2 weeks is too short of a time for Road 2, so 4 weeks seems to be enough time. Yeah, I mean, for a normal suspect, 4 weeks is definitely the way to go. I mean, we kind of have our own issues with 4 weeks because people just get tired of the suspect, and it feels like it's dragged on too much. And that's why I don't want it to be 4 weeks for like a rotating suspect, because it just, people get dragged on, people get sick of it, people just don't feel like playing that metagame too long. So I don't want to create a tier and then people don't play it because then it'll just get deleted, you know? We gotta have a tier that keeps on moving and people actually like keep hyping it up. People keep talking about it. People make lives about it. When people are making lives about the tier, then it's definitely gonna stay. Because if Pokegame is making, let's say, a live about it, then other people will mostly play because Pokegame is playing that tier. I mean, that's just facts. How many Ubers could it be? OU. Wait, how many Ubers could it be if OU? Excuse me. If Z moves weren't a thing, and would you? That is that's the best question I've seen in a minute. Okay, how many Ubers mounts would be OU without Z moves? That is a great question. First of all, Pheromosa would not have got banned, or it would have taken a much longer time to ban it. Darkrai would be OU right now. Blaziken would be OU, right? Well, at least we should consider them having suspects. Darkrai and Blaziken. Those are the first that come to mind. I gotta pull the Ubers list. I'm pretty sure those are the only one actually that could probably work. Because the whole issue why I think that they shouldn't be is because of Z moves. Naganadel would definitely not be OU. I mean, excuse me, would be OU. Would definitely not be Ubers without Z moves. The main reason is because
I'd have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be.
It would be great, but it wouldn't be Uber.
Wouldn't be broken because you can't just mindlessly click Z move when you want to Oko something like. You know, you can't just bust through Chansey anymore.
But yeah, that's basically it, guys. Blaziken and Naganadel and Darkrai would probably be OU. Those are Infermosa would have been OU at the time, but Marshadow, no, that'd still be busted. I thought Marshadow without a Z move would be too much, but then what happened? But then people just told me that Ghost DMZ is like basically like 20% lower base power, so it'll still be stupid. So yeah, you know I loved Marshadow metagame, but yeah, that monster's fantastic. Anyway, guys, we had fun. An hour and 22 minutes. That's pretty good. Oh wait, hold up. I just saw something really scary. Deoxys S cannot be OU. The main reason I can tell you, I can simplify it real quickly. Imagine Lele with Deoxys S, Life Orb, and Psychic Terrain. That is very scary. You don't want to mess with that. All right. Anything you want to say, Isabella, before we dip?
No, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. It's your boy JMP. And we're out. Peace.